Hi, my name is Tori Morton, and today I'll teach you a lesson on counting money for first and second graders using the Smart Notebook. Let's count money. First, you have the quarters worth 25 cents, the dimes worth 10 cents, nickels worth 5, and the pennies worth 1 cent. And of course, the dollar bill worth $1. First, on this one, write how much money I have. The students would count the money, starting with the dollars and then to the biggest coins, and then they would add it up. Then, using the pen, they would take the pen from the tray of the smartboard and write in how much money that they had, whatever the amount may be, using the color of their choice. Much like the last activity, the students would come up and count the money, first one being 8 dimes, and then next to it on the blank, use the smart pen or crayon to write the amount that is over here. Same with this, but it's 3 dimes and 5 nickels. The student would come up and write the amount next to it. If I give you 4 quarters, how much money do you have? The student would either remember from practice that 4 quarters is worth $1. They would come up and write the amount here on the blank using the pens of their choice or crayon. And if they were struggling, they could see that the quarters were right here and they would be able to count them out to see how much it was worth. Same with the next. If you had 3 quarters and 7 dimes, how much money do you have? Then the student would write it there on the blank. Can you show me 523? This one is more interactive because the student will be able to come up on the smartboard, drag these with their hand. So they could take the $1 bill, $2, $3, $4, $5, and 23 cents, and simply move it up to show how much money they have. On the smartboard, they would just use their fingers and drag the money up here as well. Then another student could come up and would show their remaining amounts. This one is similar to the last. You put 97 cents into your piggy bank. So the student would come up and drag the money with their hand. Just drag it over, place it on the pig, just like they would their own piggy bank. Same with this one, only it has dollar bills, so of course it's more exciting when you have even more money. If I have $3 bills, 2 dimes, and 2 pennies, how much money do I have? This one is the exact amount, so they could drag the dollar bills together if it made it easier for them to count it, then the dimes together, then the pennies together. Then they would go on to count the money, count the dimes, and then count the pennies, and write with their pen from the smartboard tray here the amount that they would have. Same with this one, it's just a larger amount of money. $5 bills, 5 dimes, and 6 pennies. This one requires a little bit more thinking. You have this much money. The students would then come up and count the dollar bills, then the change, and up here in the corner, simply write the amount that they had. That way they were aware of how much was in their pocket. Then, which item can you buy? There's a number of ways you could use this. You could say, eliminate the 2 you cannot buy, which would be the book and the soccer ball, leaving the candy land. Or you could say, which item can you buy? And they're supposed to tap the correct one first. So, if they were to tap the soccer ball, they would see that slowly the soccer ball begins to fade away, so it is not correct. Same with the book. You click it, and slowly it begins to fade, and eventually will go away. The Candyland, on the other hand, which is the correct answer in this case, you click on it, and the Candyland begins to spin instead of going away. Lastly, for this assignment, you have 1 piece of bubble gum, that is 25 cents, 1 chocolate bar at 75 cents. If you buy 2 candy bars and 30 pieces of gum, how much money have you spent? The children, as a whole, or individually, could come up and count the amount of quarters that were down here and be able to tell how much money was spent on the candy bars and the bubble gum. That is my money counting review for 1st and 2nd grade while using the Smart Notebook. I used examples from the Smart Exchange website to help me come up with this lesson plan that could be used in the classroom. There's hundreds of other things you could do with the Smartboard in your classroom, and it just makes learning more fun and interactive with you and your students.